Begin by acknowledging honestly that restlessness is not a failure of meditation, but a natural expression of mental and physical energy. Today's practice does not ask you to suppress movement, force calm, or overpower the mind. Instead, it invites you to understand restlessness from the inside and learn how to guide its energy into steady, sustained focus. Settle into a posture that supports alertness without rigidity, whether seated or lying down, feeling the body supported by the surface beneath you. Allow the spine to lengthen gently, the chest to remain open, and the shoulders, jaw, and belly to soften. Let the eyes close or rest in a relaxed downward gaze. Take a moment to feel the baseline energy in the body right now, noticing any buzzing, agitation, impatience, or urge to move. Rather than labeling this as a problem, recognize it as raw energy that can be refined into concentration. Begin by bringing attention to the breath, not to slow it down or control it, but to feel it fully. Notice where the breath is most vivid in the body, perhaps at the nostrils, the chest, or the abdomen. Let this area become your anchor. As restlessness arises, you may notice the impulse to shift posture, open the eyes, check time, or mentally plan. When these impulses appear, pause. Instead of acting on them immediately, bring curiosity to the sensation beneath the urge. Where is it felt in the body? Is it tightness, pressure, vibration, heat, or motion? Restlessness becomes workable when it is experienced as sensation rather than acted out unconsciously. Stay with the raw physical quality of restlessness while keeping the breath as a reference point. You are not fighting the urge or giving into it. You are observing it steadily. Notice how restlessness changes when it is met with attention. Often it intensifies briefly, then shifts or dissolves. If movement feels necessary, allow small, mindful adjustments, moving slowly and deliberately while staying connected to sensation. Mindful movement does not break concentration. Unconscious movement does. By moving with awareness, you retrain the mind to stay present even during change. Now return attention fully to the breath. As thoughts arise rapidly, notice the pace without judging it. A restless mind often produces many thoughts quickly. Rather than trying to slow thought, focus on shortening the time it takes to notice distraction. Each time you notice that attention has wandered, gently return to the breath. This simple repetition trains attentional recovery, which is more important than eliminating distraction. Let the return be calm and neutral, as though placing attention back on a familiar path. Over time, this builds confidence and steadiness. Introduce the technique of intentional grounding. Bring attention to the physical weight of the body, feeling heaviness in the hips, legs, or feet. Sense gravity holding you. Imagine excess mental energy draining downward into the earth with each exhale. This visualization is not an escape, but a way of giving restless energy a direction. Continue breathing naturally while maintaining awareness of grounding sensations. Notice how the mind responds when the body feels stable. Now refine attention by narrowing the focus slightly. Choose a smaller area of the breath, such as the sensation at the tip of the nose or the subtle movement inside the nostrils. Let attention rest there lightly, but continuously. Restlessness often diminishes when attention is precise, but relaxed. If agitation increases, widen attention again to include the whole body and breath together. This flexibility between narrow and broad focus prevents strain. Recognize that concentration is not static, it breathes. As the practice continues, notice mental commentary about restlessness, such as "I can't focus," "this isn't working," or "I'm too distracted." These are thoughts, not facts. Label them gently as thinking and return to the anchor. Treat each thought the same, whether it seems helpful or discouraging. Equal treatment weakens their pull. If emotional restlessness appears, such as anxiety or frustration, notice how it manifests physically. Stay with the sensation rather than the story. This keeps attention embodied and grounded. Introduce rhythmic counting if helpful. Count each exhale silently up to 5, then start again at 1. If you lose the count, simply return to 1. Counting gives the restless mind a simple task that supports focus without adding complexity. Notice how counting stabilizes attention while revealing when distraction occurs. If counting becomes mechanical or dull, release it and return to raw sensation. The goal is engagement, not rigidity. Now bring in the attitude of friendliness toward restlessness. Instead of seeing it as an enemy, acknowledge that this energy has kept you alert, creative, and responsive in life. You are not eliminating it, but training it. Silently acknowledge this too belongs and continue focusing. When resistance drops, restlessness often follows. As minutes pass, observe moments when the mind feels calmer, even briefly. Do not cling to these moments or try to prolong them. Simply notice them and continue. Calm is a byproduct of skillful attention, not something to chase. If restlessness returns, begin again. This repeated begin again quality is the heart of concentration training. Now shift attention briefly to sound, letting it serve as a secondary anchor. Notice sounds as pure vibration without identifying their source. Sound can absorb restless energy naturally when received fully. Stay with hearing for several breaths, then gently return attention to the breath. This alternation can refresh focus without fragmenting it. Notice how attention becomes more resilient through these transitions. If physical fidgeting urges become strong, bring attention directly to the urge itself. Feel the micro movements, tension, or pressure. Often the urge breaks into waves rather than one solid push. Ride these waves with awareness, like balancing on a moving surface. Concentration strengthens through this willingness to stay present with discomfort. As the practice deepens, notice the relationship between effort and ease. Too much effort creates agitation, too little leads to drifting. Adjust gently, like tuning an instrument. Feel for the point where attention is steady but soft. This balance is the foundation of sustained calm focus. Toward the later part of the practice, allow attention to rest more continuously on the chosen anchor, whether breath or sensation. Let returns become quieter. Notice how restlessness may still arise, but it no longer dominates awareness. It becomes background noise rather than the main event. This shift marks real progress. Before concluding, reflect briefly